Are you? Okay. Pursuant to Section 5, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, this is to state for the record that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided to the public by posting and maintaining the annual notice of regular meetings on the bulletin board of the municipal building, by mailing the annual notice of regular meetings for 2025 to the News Record and Star Ledger in December of 2024, and by filing said notice in the office of the Township Clerk.
Mr. Daffis.
Present.
DeLuca.
Here.
Sengel.
Here.
Sermon.
Here.
Mayor Adams.
Here.
Whereas Chapter 231, Public Laws 1975, commonly known as the Open Public Meetings Act, requires all meetings of public bodies be open to the public. And whereas Section 7A provides that the governing body has a discretion to permit, prohibit, or regulate the active participation of the public at any meeting. And whereas the desire of the governing body to comply with the provisions of this act, same time to conduct its business in an orderly and expeditious manner. Now therefore be resolved by the Township Committee, Township Maplewood does hereby prohibit, except as set forth in the formal agenda, active participation in the deliberations of the governing body by the public, and except as otherwise prescribed by law, does limit the public to observations of the actions and discussions of the governing body at all of its regular and special meetings.
So moved.
Mr. Daffis?
Yes.
DeLuca?
Yes.
Sengel?
Yes.
Sermon?
Yes.
Mayor Adams.
Yes, thank you. Please stand for a salute to the. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you don't mind, remain standing for, I'd like to hold a moment of silence in recognition of the second anniversary of the October 7th attacks in Israel. We remember the many lives lost, those still missing, those wounded, those displaced, and the individuals who were kidnapped, killed, or remain unaccounted for. Please take a moment of silence to honor the victims, their families, and to all those whose lives were forever changed by this tragedy. Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the October 7th, 2025 meeting of the Maplewood Township Committee. We have several proclamations this evening. We have special presentation for we had the firefighters here, but there was a mix-up, so we just have Fire Prevention Month proclamation read by Mr. DeLuca. We have the LGBTQ plus History Month proclamation read by Mr. Daffis. We have Anti-Bullying and World Day of Bullying Prevention read by Ms. Engel. Indigenous Peoples Day, I will read, and then finally a proclamation for National Disability Employment Awareness Month by Deputy Mayor Herman. Then we have our first public comment on agenda items only. Then we will move into our Board of Health meeting run by Committee Member Engel. Then we have several ordinances on tonight. We have three on for final passage, my apologies, and two on for introduction. Nope, three on for introduction. I had that flipped. Okay. Or make that four. So we have several on for introduction. Then we will get reports from departments, administration, attorney, and clerk. Then from elected officials, we have reports from Deputy Mayor Herman, Committee Member DeLuca, Committee Member Daffis, Committee Member Engel, and then I go last. We have one discussion item on for tonight, a best practices inventory, which has to do with our financial and state requirements. Then we have a consent agenda, and then we will have second public comment on any subject matter, and then we will adjourn until the next meeting. So with that, I will turn it over to Mr. DeLuca for Fire Prevention Month.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a resolution, a proclamation rather, of Fire Prevention Month, whereas in 1922, the National Fire Protection Association designated the second week of October as Fire Prevention Week in memory of the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. Whereas for 2025, the theme is Charge into Fire Safety, Lithium-ion Batteries in Your Home, emphasizing safe use, charging, and disposal of the lithium-ion batteries. Whereas residents are encouraged to maintain working smoke and carbon monoxide alarms, keep fire extinguishers on hand, develop and practice escape plans, and remove hazards from living spaces. Now therefore be it resolved that I, on behalf of Victor DeLuca, on behalf of Mayor Nancy Adams and the entire Township Committee, proclaim October 2025 as Fire Prevention Month in the Township of Maplewood and encourage all residents to review their home fire safety measures. And be it further resolved that residents are urged to check smoke and carbon monoxide alarms, inspect devices and charging equipment, safely dispose of e-waste safely dispose of e-waste through the Maplewood's local recycling program. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move on to our next proclamation, Mr. Daffis, LGBTQ month.
Thank you, Mayor. This is our annual proclamation in honor of October being LGBTQIA+ History Month. Educator Rodney Wilson of Missouri in October 1994 recognized the need to teach and celebrate the contributions of the LGBTQ+ community, leading to the first LGBTQ+ History Month. In Maplewood, we believe that diversity and inclusion is our strength, not our weakness. We look toward the future. We look toward our ever-increasing equality, but we carry with us all of those who forged our way. We never forget the people and organizations who paved the path toward greater visibility, acceptance, and the ever still not realized equality. This year, we take a moment to highlight Garden State Equality, New Jersey's largest LGBTQ+ advocacy and education organization. GSC has played a critical role in advancing landmark legislation here in the Garden State, including the legalization of marriage equality, the passage of the LGBTQ+ inclusive curriculum law in 2019, the enactment of protections safeguarding LGBTQ youth from conversion therapy, and so many other landmark legislation. Like Garden State Equality, the Township Committee, this governing body in this great town, is deeply committed to creating a community where all of us belong. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that I, Dean Daffis, on behalf of Mayor Nancy Adams and the rest of my colleagues on the Township Committee in the County of Essex, State of New Jersey, hereby proclaim October 2025 as LGBTQ+ History Month in the Township of Maplewood. And be it further resolved, whether a young person in our school system, a local leader like any one of us, a national figure such as former U.S. Transportation Secretary and presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg, we reaffirm your existence. I am because we are. Whether you appear in the history books or become the good in someone's personal history, you have a place in society. Your mark is indelible. You have a place in Maplewood. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Daffis. We'll move to Anti-Bullying and World Day of Bullying Prevention. Committee Member Engel.
Thank you. Whereas October is recognized as Anti-Bullying Month, with October 6th observed as World Day of Bullying Prevention. And whereas nearly 1 in 5 students and 1 in 3 adults report experience bullying, often through lies, rumors, or other harassment that harms mental health, education, and workplace well-being. And whereas bullying contributes to anxiety, depression, sleep loss, and disengagement from school or work, while bystanders remaining silent allows it to persist. And whereas everyone has the right to live free of harassment, and those in crisis should remember they can call 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline or 911 in an emergency. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Deb Engel, on behalf of Nancy Adams, Mayor of the Township of Maplewood, and the entire Maplewood Township Committee, proclaim October as Anti-Bullying Month and October 7th as World Day of Bullying Prevention. And be it further resolved, I implore everyone who sees something wrong to speak out, to show kindness with intention, and support those being bullied, for bullying and harassment are not rites of passage, nor should they be accepted as the norm. Only through action and rejecting silence, through action and rejecting silence can we break the cycle from generation to generation. Sorry for my laughter between the lights
I
and
know,
the
the
air,
lights.
my ADHD, it was a lot, but thank you. A very important
yeah.
proclamation.
It was very important. Thank you. So for Indigenous Peoples' Day, whereas the Township of Maplewood celebrates diversity and rejects systemic racism and oppression targeting minority and Indigenous peoples. And whereas the township recognizes and honors the Lenape people whose traditional homeland, Lenapehoking, sorry, that's a mouthful, includes the area now known as Maplewood, and acknowledges their history, resilience, and cultural contributions. And whereas Indigenous Peoples' Day was first proposed in 1977 to recognize Indigenous peoples, their histories, and to promote education and historical injustices, including forced removal and near extermination by European colonists. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Nancy Adams, Mayor of the Township of Maplewood, on behalf of the Township Committee, proclaim the second Monday in October 2025 as Indigenous Peoples' Day in the Township of Maplewood. And be it further resolved that residents, businesses, and organizations are encouraged to engage in activities that honor the Lenape, promote awareness of their history and culture, and honor their ongoing cultural influence. So there you go. And the last proclamation, Deputy Mayor Herman.
Thank you. This is to honor the National Disability Employment Awareness Month. And we have a couple of businesses in town who employ disabled residents, so I think this is really great. Whereas on October 2025 marks the 80th anniversary of National Disability Employment Awareness Month, which began in 1945 to honor the contributions of people with disabilities in the American workforce. And whereas in 1988, Congress expanded this observance to a month, recognizing the importance of inclusive workplaces for people with all types of disabilities, both visible and non-apparent. And whereas the U.S. Department of Labor's Office of Disability Employment Policy leads this annual commemoration, highlighting the skills, talents, and value that workers with disabilities bring to our communities and economy. And whereas this year's theme, Celebrating Value and Talent, reflects the achievements of people with disabilities past and present, and underscores our collective responsibility to promote access, equity, and opportunity. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Malia Herman, Deputy Mayor of the Township of Maplewood, on behalf of Mayor Nancy Adams and the rest of my Township Committee colleagues, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as National Disability Employment Awareness Month in the Township of Maplewood, and encourage all residents, businesses, and community organizations to celebrate the contributions of workers with disabilities and to foster inclusive practices year-round. Thank you.
Thank you. So this takes us to our first public comment session for agenda items only. Appreciate if you come to the microphone and state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes to speak.
Good evening. Good evening, Mayor Adams, Committee. My name is Sam Tuttle, resident of Maplewood. I just wanted to, once again, to commend the Maplewood Township Committee on being upstanders and speaking out in support of welcoming inclusive safe schools for all students and families. Declaring October as Bullying Awareness Month. The first year that we did this as a township was in 2015. So this marks 10 years that the Township of Maplewood has been highlighting anti-bullying and creating welcoming schools in partnership. And I really want to thank the Township Committee for that on this issue, and also supporting the New Jersey Safe Schools Coalition. And on top of that, also acknowledge that this week is actually the week of respect celebrated in the state of New Jersey, October 6th through October 11th, which is observed in all New Jersey public schools. So this is the week where we need to talk about being upstanders more than ever. And also wanted to thank the Maplewood Township Committee for acknowledging LGBT History Month once again and being upstanders and vocal, because that shows that visibility matters, representation matters, and that they are not alone. Thank you again.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the room who would like to speak at public comment on agenda items only? Seeing none, Mr. Weary or Ms. Perez, doing this?
Any members of the public joining us via Zoom would like to speak on agenda items only?
You need to mute the computer, I think.
Two mics.
Please raise your hand.
Cool.
Well, you are like ahead of the arts, so that was like.
That's
hard.
right.
There you
I
go.
see no hands, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to committee.
Reverb.
Okay, control. Do I need this?
You do.
I'll turn it over to committee member Engel for the Board of Health meeting.
Thank you, Mayor. Pursuant to Section 5, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, this is to state for the record that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided to the public by posting and maintaining the annual notice of regular meetings on the bulletin board of the municipal building, by mailing the annual notice of regular meetings for 2025 to the News Record and Star Ledger in December 2024, and by filing said notice in the office of the Township Clerk.
Mayor Adams,
Here.
Mr. Daffis,
Here.
Mr. DeLuca.
Here.
Ms. Herman,
Here.
Ms. Engel.
Here.
Whereas Chapter 231, Public Laws 1975, commonly known as the Open Public Meetings Act, requires all meetings of public bodies be open to the public. And whereas Section 7 provides that the Board of Health has the discretion to permit, prohibit, or regulate the active participation of the public at any meeting. And whereas desire the Maplewood Board of Health to comply with the provision of this act, same time to conduct its business in an orderly and expeditious manner. Now therefore be it resolved by the Maplewood Board of Health, Township of Maplewood, does hereby prohibit except as set forth in a formal agenda, active participation in deliberations of the Board of Health by the public, and except as otherwise prescribed by law, does limit the public to observations of the actions and discussions of the Board of Health at all its regular and special meetings.
So moved.
Second.
Mayor Adams?
Yes.
Daffis?
Yes.
DeLuca?
Yes.
Thurman?
Yes.
Ms. Engel?
Yes. I move to approve the Board of Health meeting minutes from September 2nd, 2025.
Second.
Mayor Adams?
Yes.
Daffis?
Yes.
DeLuca?
Yes.
Thurman?
Yes.
Ms. Engel?
Yes. Take it away, Ms. Davenport, our health officer.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Just gonna forward. You could just forward. Next slide, please. Oh, great. Thank you so much. Just a reminder that we have our colleagues CSP and J who provide assistance at the Hilton Branch Library from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. To sign up for programs or documentation that they need, health insurance and disability benefits and employment assistance and other documentation. It's free services, so we ask everyone to take advantage of that if needed. Next slide. This is something we want to bring a great highlight to, which is this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at our great Maplewood Library. In collaboration with NJCRI and the Pride Center, we're going to have our North Jersey LGBTQ+ health fair. So we invite everyone to come. Please take advantage of the free testing and wellness checks and get connected with support and resources that are available to all. Thank you. Next slide. So tomorrow, the county is providing vaccines for children from 3:30 to 6:30 in Orange, as well as on Wednesday, October 15th in Irvington. If anyone needs free free vaccines for children, they can call the Essex County number at 973-877-8456. Thank you. Next slide, please. One of the other things that we want to present is another partnership that we have with NJCRI and Project T and the Pride Center. It's a free health screening on Wednesday, October 22nd. This is also the same day that we have the Reach for Recovery van at the community fridge. So both services will be there at the same time from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. These are free services for blood pressure, glucose assessments, and free vaccinations, as well as HIV, STI training, testing. So this is something new and different that we're adding there. So we hope everyone will come and take advantage of the free health screening as well. And that's again, October 22nd. Next slide, please.
Is the COVID vaccine available for that too?
I
Okay.
believe so, yes. They
Oh.
will have it with them. We just want to bring a highlight to October 2nd when we had our Maplewood Township Employee Wellness Day. We vaccinated over 23 employees with the flu, and we did health screenings for 25 employees, or over 25 employees. And we just want to thank our partners who conducted the health screenings and provided the flu vaccine. That's Robert Wood Johnson Barnabas Health for the health screenings, Dr. Pam Grover, Greenway Market for generously supporting the luncheon, Caldwell University School of Nursing, the South Essex Fire Department, and the Maplewood Police Department for bringing the drug drop-off box to make it more convenient for our employees to get rid of any expired or unused medication for themselves. And I just want to give a big shout out to Gabe Suarez and Suzette Gale, our public health nursing supervisor. They helped to coordinate it and they did a really great job. So thank you very much. Next slide. Speaking of nursing updates, so we just want to let you know that we are investigating 6 reportable diseases. And we did some great outreach this September. On the 9th, we went out with Coffee with a Cop with our Maplewood PD to the senior center. And they distributed 15 doTERRA bags and 14 Narcan kits and did education to our seniors about the importance of knowing how to use Narcan if you're a caregiver to someone in the community who uses opioids for pain management. The doTERRA bags, if you're not familiar with what they are bags where you can put your medication in and it dissolves, therefore taking it out of access within your home. And then on the 19th, we went to the senior apartments on Irvington Avenue, where they provided health screenings for 12 people, as well as distributed our COVID-19 and flu test kits and more doTERRA bags and Narcan kits. Next slide, please. Thank you. Just as a reminder, we have free flu and COVID-19 rapid home tests available here at Town Hall. You can come anytime between 9 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. There's a 2-box limit per household. But we'll have them until supplies last. And we want to thank the county for providing those to us. Just as a note, 16 residents were served through our Robert Wood Johnson Barnabas partnership with their mobile health van on September 8th. We had stroke risk assessment, blood pressure, and diabetes testing and education and prevention. Our last one was yesterday from 2 to 5. So that is the end of our mobile screening van with Robert Johnson for the year. We hope that they'll come back next year, and I look forward to presenting the numbers that we have for October at the next meeting. Next slide. As for our environmental health update, our RAHS has been busy with complaints and restaurant inspections. Next slide. And this is our animal control report. August. In August, we had 24 calls. Most of them were for wildlife. Next slide. As for our crisis social workers for the month of September, they saw 18 total cases, 3 co-response, 14 follow-ups, and others were calls or walk-ins. Next slide. And then just note again, we had the Reach for Recovery van here. This is a service through the Essex County Department of Addiction Services, and 7 people were serviced then, and they will also be by the community fridge on October 22nd. And this is, we like to always end our presentation with the Make the Right Call banner so that everyone knows the right numbers to call. I do believe that the word is getting out about these phone numbers, so thank you very much for acknowledging the 988 number. But we also want to mention the 211 service for social services and poison control is always a good one for people to have on their phones, especially for your babysitters, caregivers, or anyone in need of easy access and quick access to poison control. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Davenport. Any questions from my colleagues?
I
Our
got my
health
flu shot
officer.
today. Congratulations to me.
Yes, we're thankful you did.
Mayor, no questions up here?
You get a senior one?
I'm too young for a senior one. Thank you very much.
I got mine Monday, senior. And I was at the health fair yesterday. So I doubled. This week I was very healthy.
Thank
I
you.
don't
No matter what they told me at the screening van, I was very healthy.
I don't get the
Thank
senior
you.
one. What do you mean?
There's a senior flu, right? There's a senior flu shot,
High dose flu
a
vaccine.
dose.
Oh, high dose.
Mhm.
Well, I'm short, so.
Are we doing COVID shots?
We are
No.
not doing COVID shots at the moment. Yeah,
They're too
waiting
expensive.
to see if the state or county would be able to provide that to us, but right now they are not. People can access them at their physician's or healthcare provider's office or at the local pharmacy.
And there's something I saw that you need to have a consultation with your physician before you get a shot, or can you just go and get a shot?
As of when Governor Murphy made a statement that everyone can go to get a vaccine at a local pharmacy without a prescription from your doctor, it's anyone above age 3. Whether they have the vaccine for pediatrics at the pharmacy is a different question, but adults 18 and over do not need any kind of comorbidity to get, or prescription from a doctor to get a vaccine for COVID.
Thank you.
Yeah, Governor Murphy announced not too long ago, I think it was this week,
Yeah, 2 weeks ago or so.
was it 2 weeks ago, that we are joining the collaborative.
Yes.
That
Over in the
includes
Northeast.
Connecticut, New York,
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. So essentially, that means that we are going to be sort of the defense to some of these nonsensical anti-vaccine things that the federal government is pursuing. So at least for now, you will be able to get your vaccines here in New Jersey, including COVID, without the new restrictions that the federal government is passing along everywhere else.
Correct.
Any other questions for Ms. Davenport? Now the time we open it up to the public, we facilitate public comment online. Oh, in the room, anybody here in the room have come up to the podium and say your name and your address.
We have a celebrity in the house, folks. Please identify yourself.
Hi, my name is Brian McGovern. I'm the Executive Director of NJCRI in Newark. And thank you for all the great flyers here today. So I want to just say thank you, Mayor Adams, and to the group for the support to our Pride Center this past week, for the food fridge. And I want us to be able to do more collaboratives. I would say go to the website, but our website just got knocked off today. So just a few days and go to our website. We do a lot of different community and healthcare. We're in every county. We're neighbors. We're in Newark. But we do travel to every county in the state. We do things from healthcare to community, LGBT, homeless, substance use, mental health, senior care, pediatrics. Think of it, we probably do it. So any way we can be of support to you, I love the support you've been giving to us. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Anyone else in the room want to address our Board of Health or ask our health officer any questions? Now, you hope facilitate online.
Any members of the public joining us via Zoom have any questions for the Board of Health, please raise your hand. I see no hands.
Thank you. So I move we adjourn until our next scheduled meeting on Wednesday, November 5th.
Second.
Mayor Adams,
Yes.
Mr. Daffis.
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca.
Yes.
Ms. Herman,
Yes.
Sangle.
Yes. Back to you, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Dingle. All right, we have our ordinances on final passage. So we'll go to first ordinance 3168-25. Ms. Fritz.
Okay, Mayor, yes, ordinances on final passage. Ordinance number 3168-25 is an ordinance to amend Chapter 209 of the Code of the Township of Maplewood entitled Rental Properties with respect to Article 1 entitled Rent Control. This ordinance will amend Article 1, Rent Control of Chapter 209 of the Township Code to remove vacancy decontrol and to clarify the parameters for annual rent adjustments.
Okay, this ordinance has been published, copies posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building, and copies made available to the general public in accordance with the law. We'll open a hearing on this ordinance. Is there anyone who would like to speak to the Township Committee about this ordinance on rent control? Seeing none inside, anybody online?
Any members of the public joining us via Zoom would like to speak on this ordinance, please raise your hand. I see no hands, Mayor.
All right, then we'll take a motion. Mr. Daffis.
Thank you, Mayor. I move this ordinance be adopted as a whole and the clerk be directed to publish the same as a passed ordinance in the Maplewood South Orange News Record according to law.
Second.
Mr. Daffis,
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca.
Yes.
Sangle.
Yes.
Ms. Herman,
Yes.
Mayor Adams.
Yes. Next ordinance 3169-25.
Also on final, Mayor, ordinance 3169-25 is an ordinance amending Chapter 257 of the Code of the Township of Maplewood entitled Vehicles and Traffic to prohibit parking within 5 feet of a public or private driveway on a portion of Salter Place. This ordinance will add a portion of Salter Place from Maple Avenue to a point 1,040 feet southwest thereof to the intersection of Salter Place with South Mountain Avenue to the list of streets where parking within 5 feet of a public or private driveway is prohibited.
This ordinance has been published, copies posted on the bulletin board of the municipal building, and copies made available to the general public in accordance with the law. I'll open a hearing for this ordinance on final passage for prohibiting parking within 5 feet of a drive. Anyone here want to speak to this? Anyone online?
Any members of the public joining us via Zoom would like to speak on this ordinance, please raise your hand. I see no hands, Mayor.
Okay, then can I get a motion, Mr. DeLuca?
I move this ordinance be adopted as a whole and the clerk be directed to publish the same as a passed ordinance in the Maplewood South Orange News Record according to law.
Second.
Mr. Daffis,
Yes.
DeLuca.
Yes.
Sangle,
Yes.
Herman,
Yes.
Mayor Adams.
Yes. Now we have ordinances on for introduction, 3170-25.
Yes, Mayor, on introduction, 3170-25 is an ordinance to amend Chapter 271 of the Code of the Township of Maplewood entitled Zoning and Development Regulations with respect to parking requirements in the pedestrian retail business zone. This ordinance will amend Article 5 zoning provisions of Chapter 271 of the Township Code to reduce the number of parking spaces required in the pedestrian retail business PRB zone.
Okay, thank you. Can I get a motion, Mr. Daffis?
Yes, Mayor. I move the passage of this ordinance on first reading, its publication according to law in the Maplewood South Orange News Record, and a hearing to be held on October 21st.
I'll second.
Mr. Daffis,
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca.
Yes.
Zangle.
Yes.
Herman,
Yes.
Mayor Adams.
Yes. Next ordinance on for introduction, 3171-25.
Yes, Mayor. 9B, also on introduction, is an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 62 to the Code of the Township of Maplewood entitled Sustainability Committee and repealing Chapter 40 entitled Green Team. This ordinance will amend and supplement Chapter 62 of the Township Code to establish Sustainable Maplewood as the township's green team and to modify committee membership, and will also repeal Chapter 40 of the Township Code entitled Green Team.
Thank you. Can I get a motion, Mr. DeLuca?
Mayor, I move the passage of this ordinance on first reading, its publication according to law in the Maplewood South Orange News Record, and a hearing to be held on October 21st, 2025.
Second.
Mr. Daffis,
Yes.
DeLuca,
Yes.
Sengel,
Yes.
Thurman,
Yes.
Mayor Adams.
Yes. Thank you. 3172, please.
Also on introduction, Mayor 3172-25 is an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 257 of the Code of the Township of Maplewood entitled Vehicles and Traffic with respect to overnight parking. This ordinance will amend and supplement Article 3 of Chapter 257 of the Township Code to establish a new Type C overnight parking permit in certain circumstances.
Okay, can I get a motion, Mr.
I
DeLuca?
move the passage of this ordinance on first reading, its publication according to law in the Maplewood South Orange News Record, and a hearing to be held on October 21st, 2025.
Second.
Mr. Daffis,
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca,
Yes.
Sengel.
Yes.
Thurman,
Yes.
Mayor Adams.
Yes. And last ordinance on for intro, is it?
Yes, also on intro, ordinance 3173-25, ordinance of the Township of Maplewood in the County of Essex authorizing the execution of an amended and restated financial agreement with 92 Burnett Avenue Urban Renewal LLC. This ordinance authorizes the execution of an amended and restated financial agreement with 92 Burnett Avenue Urban Renewal LLC in furtherance of a settlement agreement entered into between the township and the entity.
Okay, that, introduction. I move the passage of this ordinance on first reading, its publication according to law in the Maplewood South Orange News Record, and a hearing to be held on October 21st.
I second the motion.
Mayor, that's going to be November 5th on the hearing date.
Oh,
Final
November 5th.
passage.
Okay, so it's wrong on it.
Mr. Daffis,
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca,
Yes.
Zengel.
Yes.
Thurman,
Yes.
Mayor Adams.
Yes. Now we move to reports, administrative reports. Mr. Worry.
Thank you, Mayor. Just one item tonight. We had a late addition to the agenda, Resolution 313-25. This is a resolution added in light of the federal government shutdown. The resolution provides an extended property tax grace period for employees of the federal government who are furloughed because of the shutdown, or a contractor who's of the federal government whose pay is delayed or diminished because of the shutdown. It would extend the grace period until the fourth quarter tax payment until the first quarter 2026 due date, which is February 1st. So that is the resolution has been added as the last item on the consent agenda.
Any questions for Mr. Worry on this resolution? Apparently not.
Good.
You have nothing else?
That is my report, Mayor.
Any questions for Mr. Worry on anything else? Wow, getting off easy tonight.
That's because we have all our committee meetings this week.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. Okay, so we'll move to our township attorney. Oh, I thought you were gonna do. Any questions for Ms. Credidia? Nope, okay. Ms. Fritzen, you're
I
up.
always have a report. So I just want to go over a couple of upcoming events for the public as well. Township Committee, of course, and that is our volunteer appreciation function will be coming up on October 27th. And if you are a Maplewood volunteer, one of the many, many volunteers that we have that make Maplewood so great, you will have already received an invitation, and we look forward to a terrific night. Election Day, starting, well, let me just say that in a week's time, we will have late night voter registration. Actually, on Tuesday, October 14th, the clerk's office will remain open straight through till 9 o'clock p.m. for the last date and time to register to vote. We've had all of the information for voting up on the township website. We've had it available at the various township buildings for residents. And we are having a meeting I wanted to mention next week at Clinton School. It wasn't good enough, just to communicate by talking about some of the issues that we had last time at Clinton. So we will be having another walkthrough before. And also, I heard loud and clear that we needed more signage and more lighting there. So we'll be having, in addition to the solar sign at Clinton, we're going to have some additional lighting outside. And then finally, the other event we're planning, working on 3 events here at one time, is our Veterans Program on November 11th, right here in this room. And more information will follow on that. And we've already been getting probably close to 200 letters out to our veterans, inviting them in addition to what we'll put out on the website. So that's it.
Okey-doke. Any questions for our clerk? Being none, we'll move on to reports from elected officials. Deputy Mayor Herman.
Thank you. So I have a few arts and culture announcements. The Art Walk will be on Sunday, October 19. And the Follies, our 3rd annual Follies, will be on October 23rd at the Woodland. Tickets are $10 each, and they are going fast. So if you want to go, get your tickets, get them fast. And Diwali Fest will be on Saturday, October 25th at Memorial Park from 2 to 6 p.m. So come on down for that's always a really nice afternoon, evening. We have some recreation program that I wanted to point out. We've got our winter travel basketball tryouts coming up this weekend and next for girls and boys. So you need to sign up for that, and that's on Rec Desk. And then on October 16 at 7 p.m., we are having a Hope Meditation on the 3rd floor of the Woodland. The cost is $17, and this is a really nice event to kind of, get ready for the crazy holiday season. It's grounding in change, rooting into stability. So it's designed to help us pause, recalibrate, and evolve as a community. So I hope you'll take a look at that. For seniors, we've got on October 29th at noon a costume party. And this will be at the Maplewood Community Center. And this is exciting. Pickleball open play for seniors. And this will be Fridays at 9 to 10:30. This is for ages 55 and over. So come on over to our pickleball courts in DeHart and try out this really fun game that all the kids are playing. It's really all the rage. And then I want to tell you all to mark your calendars for December. We're going to have a weekend of lighting everything up. The tree and the Hanukkah, the menorah. We're going to have on Saturday, the December 13 is going to be the Christmas tree lighting. And then on Sunday, the Christmas tree lighting will be at the gazebo. And then the menorah lighting is the very next day. And they're both from 4 to 6. And we'll enjoy a lot of other activities with that. So that'll be a really fun weekend. And then finally, I did want to say something about Ski Club. So if you've heard all of my announcements, you knew that registration opened at 10 o'clock this morning. And by 10:02, it was full. Yeah. So if you're a parent of a middle school or a high schooler who likes to ski, then it was very frustrating for a lot of people this morning. Ski Club sold out in 2 minutes. That's 300 spots in 2 minutes. We had to turn off our wait list at about 93. A little bit of background. We have 6 buses going. That's up from 3 when the club started. So it's a lot of kids. We understand that demand is high, but I want the residents to know that we can't safely bring any more kids. And actually, the ski resort, Mountain Creek, won't allow us to take any bigger of a group. We might even be the biggest in the state. It's a pretty big group. So, parents, we know your frustrations. We know that some parents signed up like one sibling, and then by the time they went to sign up the next, it was full. And others missed out entirely and are now looking at carpooling. So our recreation committee is going to be talking about this. And I just want the public to know that these are not, this is not easy to figure out. This goes from 6th grade to 12, and we could make it just middle school or just high school, but then that leaves out a lot of kids who want to do it. And we talked about doing Maplewood only, but, with our school district incorporating both towns and a lot of kids having friendships cross town, we didn't want to do that. So, there's a lot of demand. And we will be talking about some different ideas. The hopeful news is that for those on the wait list, it does move. There are some people that will end up canceling. So fingers crossed for you. And if you have any ideas, reach out to me. And that's all I got.
Great. Wasn't as much as it sounded like. Any questions from Deputy Mayor Herman? Okay, we'll move on to Committee Member DeLuca.
No report, Mayor.
What? It's a holiday.
Oh, my goodness.
Must be my birthday.
Oh, my goodness.
Question items and no report.
Well, that's because
That's what I
he's got,
say about all this harassment.
Yeah, we don't want to incentivize him to always have a report. So
well, he's going to have a report next time because he has all his committees this week and next week.
True.
now if we could get the next member, Defis, you're up.
Okay, very quickly, I have a couple of updates. We already have announced and presented here tonight during the Board of Health agenda, NJCRI, Project Tees, and Township of Maplewood's partnership at the Community Fridge once a month. When the recovery van is there, now there are additional resources for the community, and we're really, really excited about that. And we are thankful to NJCRI for their partnership, as they are in turn thankful to us for our partnership with them. It's National Coming Out Day on Friday. Please join us starting at 4 p.m. Right here outside Jerry Ryan Plaza. We have a fun day planned, and this has grown over the years to be a very fun event. We won't really start the program until 4:30, close to 5. We'll have some food, we'll have music. It'll be a very festive day to celebrate coming out and being open and visible. Especially right now, how important that is. Later that evening, starting at 7 p.m. over at the Woodland, in partnership with the Maplewood Film Society, we will be screening Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Those of you who know the film, it's quite an iconic film. We're really excited to partner with the Film Society in making that happen. And there's some special guests coming, and there's a talk back after the screening of the film, and there's some light bites, so come on over. Fun, fun, fun. On Saturday, the following day, the LGBTQ health fair at the library. We showed that earlier. We'll be promoting more of all of this throughout the week for this weekend. An update from the Community Board on Police. We're looking to do our annual report presentation to the Township Committee probably in December. End of year report. And to administration, I note that we are going to have at the end of the year 3 vacancies, 2 public vacancies and 1 original working group legacy designee vacancy. So we should start putting those notices out, at least for the 2 public spots. And I can talk to you offline about whose terms are ending, who's stepping off, and all that good stuff. We want to take a moment tonight. If you've noticed, those of you who are watching us and have actually looked at the agenda, you'll note that we received a very generous donation from a resident in West Orange for our community fridge. We want to thank that gentleman for his donation, and we encourage others to do the same. The community fridge, despite some of the challenges that we've had with it, is fighting food insecurity for our neighbors here in Maplewood and our neighbors in the region. Food insecurity does not have borders. And we continue improving the situation over at the fridge, but it does take volunteers to help us do that as well. I have a very exciting update. I'm really excited about this. I recently ran into Susan Favati from BFG, the group that helped us put our master plan together. And Susan let us know that the APA, the New Jersey American Planning Association, will be honoring municipalities for excellence in planning and implementation. And since we have done so much good work in terms of actually implementing a lot of the elements of our master plan, Susan recommended that we go for the honor, that we apply to be honored. It doesn't come with the money, it comes with recognition, but that money could happen, grants are possible down the road. So Susan has offered the professional courtesy of putting in that application for us. And we're really grateful for her courtesy and her firm's courtesy. And I have been working with her on that along with the members of our master plan implementation working group. And we've provided her a comprehensive list of things that we've done in all the different chapters and elements of the master plan. And she will be submitting that by the deadline, which is on October 10th. Nothing like last minute, right? So fingers crossed that we get recognized there and we all get to go to a nice event and take some cool photos. And the master plan implementation working group will be coming to the township committee before the end of the year to do a presentation, as they will be doing the same to the planning board. And last but not least, at the MVA meeting the other night, we talked about the parking presentation, the paid parking in Maplewood Village pilot presentation that was made to the Township Committee last month. And the idea is for the group to come back to the Township Committee with a follow-up presentation answering the questions that were posed to them and getting a little bit further into what we hope will be an ongoing discussion with us and with the community accordingly. And that's my update.
All right, any questions for Mr. Daffus? Seeing none. Committee Member Engel?
I have no update.
No, no report.
Be this side of the room.
Must be. You guys must have something to do tonight, later. Okay, so I just have a couple things. One is that Mr. DeLuca and I attended along with our library director and library staff and former Mayor Davenport, the New Jersey Planning Officials Award that awarded the Maplewood Library for how great it is and advance in planning. So that was exciting. And then Deputy Mayor Herman and I accepted this award, Certificate of Recognition for the silver level, which is harder to say than it sounds, recognition for New Jersey Safe Routes to School. So we received that from Easy Ride. That was a fun, quick, like lunch. Was it lunch? I can't remember. It was fast. Felt like, but so we're getting recognized, as Mr. Daffus said, and you're going to get that other award. We'll be good. I did ask my colleagues to consider a resolution opposing a development called the Highlands in West Orange. The land is quite a bit of land, actually. Their plan is to put 400 and trying to look for the numbers, sorry. It's a 120 acre forested area of the second Watchung Mountain Ridge. The project, known as West Essex Highlands, involves clearing over 30 acres of forested land for a 496 unit residential development, which includes 100 affordable units. The land is privately owned by a billionaire developer who is co-owner of the Minnesota Vikings. And the development company is called Garden Homes. There was a plan in 2006 to build 136 single-family homes in the same area. that the West Orange Planning Board rejected. And of course, there's an acute need. As we know, we work constantly, especially lately, on affordable housing here in Maplewood. So I personally am not objecting to the affordable housing. I'm objecting more, as is our Environmental Advisory Committee. And maybe Ms. Engel can speak to that. Our Environmental Advisory Committee asked us to consider passing a resolution opposing this, as did the Environmental Advisory Committee in West Orange, the same in Verona, Caldwell, and the Essex County Environmental Commission, as well as ANJAC, which is the State Organization of Environmental Commissions, offering a resolution to the immensely increased risk of landslides and flooding if this project takes place, disturbance of Canoe Brook tributaries that replenish critical aquifers that contribute to New Jersey American water, providing clean drinking water to 2.9 million New Jersey residents and more than 190 communities, destruction of significant carbon sink, that a source of oxygen production, destruction of a source of relief from the heat island effect, destruction of essential ecological habitat for native species. The primary concern is that the developer's failure to comply with New Jersey's updated stormwater management rules in an area that's already susceptible to flooding. And taking down all those trees will definitely make landslides and more likely. So I sent some information to everyone. I don't know if you had a chance to read it. We can wait, I suppose, till the next meeting if you want more time to think about it. But I open it up to my colleagues to see if there's support for passing a resolution in opposition to this massive development or not.
I support a resolution in opposition. And as you stated, this is not because the potential development will include affordable housing. Of course it isn't.
Yeah.
This is because we're clearing a forest. And the density of this project is now only because the township, with all due respect to the township, our neighbor, did not do the right thing all along with respect to its obligations for affordable housing. And, I travel the state in my housing work, and recently this has come up a lot. And some of you also know that in the gubernatorial election right now, this is a hot topic. It's being used to stigmatize affordable housing. It's being used to weaponize litigation against affordable housing. And the bottom line is this: for any municipality that really, really wants to know the bottom line, this is really not that complicated. If you want to prevent a developer from coming into your community and doing whatever they want, then you should be forward-thinking and proactive in putting together a housing element that makes sense for you and your community and its needs and its character in terms of scale and density and everything else. The problem is that too many communities in New Jersey have historically not done that. They instead wanted to go to the courts and fight their affordable housing obligations. So what's happening now in West Orange is West Orange kind of feels like they have to settle this disagreement and allow this project to go forward because of their malfeasance prior. So knowing all of that, for me, it's a pretty easy decision to oppose the development.
Anyone else want to comment? And let me know if you're not.
I support the resolution opposing the development. I know the Environmental Advisory Committee was drafting a letter to share with us on this matter as well. So I know they emailed you too. We can follow up and see when the letter's coming.
Yeah. Okay. Deputy Mayor?
I also support the resolution opposing it.
And Mr. DeLuca has no report, but he's in favor. Okay, so I can work with our attorney on a resolution. We'll circulate it to the Township Committee. Do we need,
Wait.
can we wait or do we want to just do it? Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. We can do it. We'll just circulate it after. So I make a motion that we pass a resolution in objection to Watchung Mountain Ridge Forest Development.
Second?
Mr. Daffis,
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca.
Yes.
Ms. Engel.
Yes.
Ms. Herman.
Yes.
Mayor Adams.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all. That's my report. We have one discussion item, best practices inventory. Mr. Weary.
Thank you, Mayor. Each year, the state puts out a municipal best practices inventory. All municipalities are required to complete and submit the inventory to the state. Generally, it assesses each municipality's compliance with various laws, and it evaluates the implementation of fiscal and operational best practices laid out by the state. This year, there were 70 questions on the inventory. It grows each year. There were 50 scored questions, and they're scored because if the municipality doesn't score enough questions right, the state will withhold a portion of our state aid. So this year you needed a minimum score. The maximum score was 43.5 points. You needed a minimum score of 32 points. The township scored 36.5 points. So we will get 100% of our municipal aid this year. There are some areas that it's a useful tool in looking at certain areas where we can make improvements. And so we'll start working on those. But generally, we are more than in compliance. And so this report is required to be discussed by the Township Committee, which is why I presented to you tonight. And you have all been sent the copy of our completed inventory last week for your review. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Does anyone have any questions about it?
Nope.
You do.
No, I would just ask that in your January presentation to us at budget time about your goals for the year, you talk about how you're going to address whatever you want to address there.
Okay,
Very good. Thank you, Mayor.
thank you. Now we have the consent agenda. Can I get a motion?
I move the consent agenda.
Second.
Mr. Daffis,
Yes.
DeLuca,
Yes.
Engel,
Yes. Yes.
Ms. Herman,
Yes.
Mayor Adams.
Yes. Now we have public comment this on any subject matter. Is there anyone who would like to speak to the Township Committee? It wasn't too long a wait, as far as meetings go. Please state your name, address, and you have 3 minutes to speak on any subject.
I'm 13 North Terrace. I've had the pleasure of coming to meetings often in the repaving of Garthwaite Terrace. And I'm here tonight on behalf of all of the residents of Garthwaite Terrace, just to say thank you. It's absolutely beautiful. If you haven't come to Garthwaite Terrace, I would invite you all to come and see it. Driving up and down the street, I've been there for over 25 years. Driving up and down the street now is surreal.
Mhm.
Children love it. The adults love it. It's really been a huge change and a huge benefit. So thank you.
Thank you for that. And
Thank
did
you.
you get the short straw and that you had to come represent the whole?
Let her go early. with
Thank
the
you so much. Is there anyone online who would like to speak to the Township Committee?
Yes, Mayor, I have one. Thank you. Promoting Soshima Diala to panelists.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
No, we can't see you, but we can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good evening, everyone. I came a little bit late to the meeting, so I'm not sure if you guys discussed the permit parking and if it's been available yet.
Oh, are you talking about the overnight on street permit?
Yes.
Yeah, that was an ordinance. It was introduction tonight, right?
Yep.
So it'll be on the next meeting for final passage, and then there's a little time period of 10 days or so for publication, and then, so probably in about a month, a little more than a month, they'll be available, and you contact the clerk's office for that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I have one more, Mayor, promoting James Collins to panelist. You could turn your mic on, Ms. Collins.
I'm sorry. Thank you. I was asking my question with it off. Okay. Just a quick question about the ski club carpooling. If we were to do that, would our kids be able to join their friends, or we have to register them under a new program?
Oh, thank you for that question. I don't know the answer to it, but I will check with our recreation director, our community services director, unless our business administrator knows.
The question is what, if they want to carpool on their own, is there any registration they'd have to do with us?
There
Yeah.
wouldn't be any registration they'd have to do with us because it would be completely separate. The question
Yeah.
would be whether or not if they carpooled on their own, if they could, I guess, get a pass.
Oh.
What I've heard is some parents asking if they could get the deal on the pass that we get, the town, like
Township, yes.
what the township gets.
Find that out. Yeah,
So that's the part that I don't know.
we'll find that out and we can put information out to the public on that.
Yeah,
Alright.
so we'll find that out and we'll put that information out to the public.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I meant to ask a question about that and I didn't.
hmm
So are we saying that our provided transportation is at capacity and we can't take any more? But if you carpool, you could still go, or is everything at capacity?
No, we take a group to Mountain Creek and we provide the busing and we get the passes. Mountain Creek has indicated that we can't take any more than what we have. We have 6 buses going, 300 kids. So if parents want to do their own thing, that's completely up to parents. It's not something I'm
So the path.
telling parents to do,
passes
but
aren't-
parents are talking about this in posts on Facebook and they're getting together. And so they want to take their kids.
I think they're trying to figure out if we can help them get a group rate. If we can somehow get a discounted
That's what they
ticket
wanna
for
know.
them, if there's a group of
Yeah.
people who carpool so that they can go to ski club with their friends. Because there's also kids who have done it in previous years who got locked out. So I think and
Right.
siblings who didn't get in. So I think they're trying to figure out a way to get more people. And I don't know if we'd be able to help them get a group rate, but they can also call and say to the slopes directly and say, we have 20 people that want to come. Do you have a group rate available? That would be my recommendation personally.
It makes sense that we wouldn't be able to provide passes.
Yeah, I mean, if Mountain Creek has put a cap on our group,
Yes.
then I don't know if we can go over that. But I mean,
It would be.
they've asked the question and
Yeah. If that's the question, I would lean toward no, but we'll find out and clarify it.
yeah.
Okay. Anyone else online?
Any members of the public joining us via Zoom, anyone else would like to speak on any subject matter, please raise your hand. I see none, Mayor.
Okay, then I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Daffis,
Yes.
Mr. DeLuca,
Yes.
Engel,
Yes.
Ms. Herman,
Yes.
Mayor Adams.
Yes, thank you. See you October 21st. Have
Good night.
Mari?
That's how you, so.
Is he doing it again?
That's what they're saying, is that's how
Put
you
that
get your
fear
kids
in.
in.
You put
If
that
you
fear
should
in.
be chaperone, you get your kids in.
You do take this email out and say that in future years, I don't agree with, in future years, you only get one kid in. So if you have 2 kids that want to just ski club and you're chaperoning, they'll get the spot.
Oh.
That's what they sent to email out today, which I think.
Who wants it?
I don't think I do
I think
that. No, because like, it incentivizes you to chaperone if you've got multiple kids. Oh my God, well, like Chris William there. And then she's like. I see it. Somebody in the wait list got my spot.
Getting there. But